Hello truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are just north of Los Angeles, California, and just north of the I-5, I-10 interchange, which we are getting ready to merge on over to and start heading on over to Arizona. We need to get going here. I think it's TVs, but what's the weight? 33,000. I think it's a tandem trailer that we're hauling a tandem. So let's get on the road here. Is it today I gotta be there? I got to be there by the end of the day. Well, I think we should be okay, but let's see what happens once we get on the road. And GPS will start telling us how far we are away from being there. First, I got to get out of here and make sure I don't hit nothing. Think we're all good. So I think it's going to be mostly interstate today. It says 10 hours and 2 minutes, and I got 11 hours on my clock. So if, we don't hit no detours, we should be okay-ish. Maybe I'll push my luck a little bit with the speed just to make sure we get there. So it looks like once we get there, we'll be calling it a day. So California, speed limit is probably 55, which it is. So that means we'll do about 58. Money has reached over 100 grand, so yeah, we're getting closer to filling up that Dallas garage. And I'm not too sure. I'm kind of thinking about maybe once we fill the Dallas garage, instead of buying another garage, maybe buy another trailer. And a trailer that we don't have yet in the fleet, and we can go ahead and utilize that ourselves for a little bit before we hand it off to a driver. Maybe that grain trailer, that's something we don't have. And I think that'll be coming in kind of handy throughout the Midwest. I don't feel like I have a good feel of my surroundings already. You know what it's like when you get into a game and you start driving, you just don't feel like you know where you're at, if that makes sense. That's the way I feel like right now. I just feel all out of place right now. Is there any traffic on the road this morning? I mean, it is early for a Thursday morning. At 7 o'clock, I expect traffic to start picking up a little bit. Actually, I kind of remember this little section. But I thought we were going right to the interchange, but this doesn't seem like we're at much of an interchange. I expect it would just be get off I-5 and merge onto I-10. But no, we got to take a little detour here. I did adjust my seat in the truck, so I'm sitting a little bit further back so I can see the side mirror. I didn't realize we could adjust the steering wheel, but it's not often I go into that setting. I made the steering wheel just a little bit lower so the top of the steering wheel is not as much into the windshield as it was before. It kind of got me nervous. I thought I was coming up to like a stoplight or something. I saw an intersection and a car going through. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? No, I had the right of way. Got grass growing in the road. Not many people take this on-ramp or what? Alright, I'd like to get in that middle lane because we're going to be definitely taking the I-10 at least until we get out into Arizona. And right now we're scheduled to get there at 20 past 4. Alright, reset the cruise control, 58 miles an hour-ish. And off we go. The one thing I did notice, though, when I slept through the night, one of the names I saw scrolling through that brought in some cash was good old Harry P. But man, he didn't bring in a whole lot, so I'm not really sure I know what Harry P is doing other than aggravating me throughout this entire series. Yeah, that's the same Harry P that we fired, I don't know, episode 30 to 50, somewhere in there. And then took back because, you know, everyone deserves a second chance. I'm just not sure what's up with Harry P. So, off to Arizona we go. I was going to read the patch notes to 1.51. It's not released, but they're just announcing some things that's going to be coming in 1.51. I think I talked about it last episode where it's like new vegetation for Texas or additional vegetation. I think they said something about more roads for Oklahoma by I-44, something like that. I think I just saw something. I'm just remembering headlines. That's all I can remember. I'm not that bright, as we know, so reading is difficult. I hate reading. That's why I'm driving for a living. Although you got to read signs and all that, but as we know, I miss those too. Kind of hoping for a good payday by my drivers. I think we're about due for one of those days where we just see a whole bunch of cash come on in. What am I bringing in for myself today? I'm bringing in, well, almost $5,000, so that's pretty good for a 2-day trip. There, so now I can see what if I don't really slouch in real life, if I sit where I should be, I always like to see the side mirror, the driver's side mirror, just like half of it, so I don't have to turn my head too much just to get a good view of the side mirror. But sometimes in real life I'll start slouching and soon you'll see me driving like this. Not good posture sitting in a chair. Not something you thought you'd hear while watching an ATS video now, was it? So I'm not sure if we're done with California for now or not, because we're leaving. But we did come out here. We kind of went up and down a little bit. But I feel like I wanted to stretch my legs a little bit. Maybe it was the 55 miles an hour that's driving me nuts. I don't know. But it is just getting amazing that how much of an area we have to drive now in ATS. Every time I think about, wow, we haven't been there in a while, it's like, let's go there. And then it's like, okay, well, I haven't been here in a while either. But, I mean, that's going to happen if you only play an hour a week, which is my average. That one episode a week. Until the state comes out, then we do about maybe 3 or 4 hours a week. Or when they do the Christmas or whatever, Valentine's Day, Easter events, whatever they decide to do. Try to get those done so I can get the bonuses that I really hardly ever use. Although I do think that Texas Longhorn dangling in the top of where the rearview mirror usually is, I think that was from the Cruise in Texas challenge. Don't know why I'm getting in the left lane. I am getting ready to pass traffic, I think. But the second I go into Arizona, there's going to be a way station that's going to call me in. That we know this is going to happen. Just waiting for that "Welcome to Arizona" sign. And then it'll say speed limit like 75, I think. I don't know, it's been a while. And since they redid California over, maybe they changed it. That trailer's doing a little jig over there. It's dancing. Actually, that longhorn that's dangling there, that's a nice looking ornament. I was trying to remember with the interior decorative mod that I run. Is it Sisal? S-I-S-L mod? Oh, it's been so long since I can kind of see the emblem, but I think that's what it is. If you know, leave a comment down below if I'm correct, and if I'm not correct, please do correct me what it is. But I was trying to remember, I used to have, like, in one of my trucks, we used to have Garfield, or was it Odie, on the dash, a bobblehead. I wonder why I never put that back up there, because Garfield used to be one of my favorite cartoons. Well, probably I didn't really watch cartoons that much as a kid, but that would be my go-to cartoon. I haven't watched any of the Garfield movies that come out. Never watched any of them, so. But the cartoons back in the days, of course. Need to see if I can get Garfield or Odie back on the dash. Or both. I think I just may have leaned into that right-hand lane a little bit. And I may have pushed traffic back, but that does allow me to get back over. We gotta be close to the border. That's the loan payment. Yeah, we gotta be getting close to that border, I would think. Now, the city that we're going to, I have not been to on this profile. But honestly, I don't even remember the name of the city, so I'm guessing I've never been there in any profile. I don't know how big of a city it is. But I'm hoping that when next episode rolls around that we can find a good load out of there going somewhere. And we'll let the loads choose, I think, where we're going to go. I'm kind of a carefree driver right now. I don't really have a destination in mind of where I want to go. Well, even though we're in California doing about 55, 58, we are gaining on that ETA, so now I'm just waiting for something to slow me down and put me past the 5 o'clock hour. Yeah, in the early days of this series, with the money as tight as it was, if I got a delivery done at 4, I definitely would try to grab a load and start heading somewhere with it if I could. Just trying to get more loads done. The more loads you get done, the more you get paid. And we reached this point in the series a while ago that's like, that's good enough. The money's coming on in at a decent rate. Although I've already surpassed what I thought I would do in this series. Way station 2.5 miles, so we're probably crossing the state line here pretty darn soon. Arizona state line. Hello, Arizona. Where is the notifications that tell me to pull into the way station? Well, I'm guessing it should have been on that off ramp, I would have thought. Ah, there we go. I just realized speed limit. Better double check that. Now it's 65. Way station up ahead. Oh, there it is. But we're going to get it pulled in. It's just been too long since I've been through this area, so... Coming in hot. Let's see if I can get it at 3 miles an hour-ish. No trucks just driving on through. Boy, traffic has picked up since we were leaving Los Angeles this morning. Oh, can I sneak out here in front of you, orange car? Orange car's going to let the orange truck in. That's very nice of them. Tell you what really sucks is they didn't really give us much of a merging lane for a way station that leads to an uphill. It's kind of cruel. I think that was the orange car that let us in. Yeah, so this must be all done over, even this road, because I can see the GPS is kind of turning yellow as we drive along, which means we have not been here before. I mean, I've been on this road, but they must have moved it just a little bit. Sounds kind of weird when you say it like that, but we've been on this road, but not here. Huh? What? Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, speed limit's now 75. Someone couldn't find a job, huh? Fire them. Was it $800 to come back if you were going across country? 709. Feels kind of weird. We've been doing 55 for the past few in-game days, and then you leave California. 75 usually is our norm, and it's like, yeah, this feels fine. But right now, 75 seems awfully fast now. Ah, Tonopah. And this lane is kind of like speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. So I would kind of like to get over if I could. Get around this traffic. I don't know where our off-ramp is going to be, but I don't think it's going to be that far out. Maybe in the next 100 miles our exit will be. Gotta wait for this RV to get its butt moving a little bit. I'm not in that much of a hurry. I just want to make sure I can get back in that right-hand lane if need be to get to our exit, wherever it might be. Are you going to stay in the left lane, or what are you doing there, Mr. RV? Alright, you want to stay over here? Then I'll come over here. I think we can do... I think we'll just put the cruise at 73. And just as I do that, of course, the speed limit drops. It's the way it always happens. Well, we can see Phoenix on our right-hand side-ish. That's where Phoenix is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Traffic seems to be... Are we getting that far over? Oh, it's a detour. Of course it's a detour. Alright, so whatever the detour is having us do, it's not that bad. We're still getting there at 4 o'clock, apparently. Looks like we're just going to have to do a loop-de-loop. I do got detours, I would say roughly at like maybe between 5 and 10%. And it does seem like I get them quite often. Now the detour is telling me I can get back on kind of like right after where that was closed off. I think that last time I had a detour, it just kept sending me in loops. So I hope I don't have that problem right here. You son, that's what they're doing. See, I wish GPS would know enough about this. Well, that was close. I wasn't checking on the bus. Here we go. Cops, don't worry about me. We're fine, ish. And you guys saw nothing. I mean, I like the fact that our detours that happen once in a while, but I think GPS needs to address it better. Because right there, it's just going to keep sending me in the loop. Wait a minute, is this where the accident is? It is, of course. Alright, let's, we'll go slow. Hopefully there's not an invisible wall here. Oh, that trucker did not know what he was doing. Alright, so now we're scheduled to get there at 4:30-ish, so... yeah, definitely not going to have time for a drop-off, turn-and-burn kind of a situation. Time I drop this off and get to our rest area for the evening, it's going to be 5 o'clock. Let me get the cruise control back on here. So, yeah, our exit's got to be not that far in front of us. And we're going to be heading south. We only got 140 miles to go. Usually I try to stay away from these type of deliveries because my favorite part of the delivery, I've said it many times though, is parking up the trailer after getting to your destination. I like the challenge of trying to get the trailer into locations where it's like, oh, that could be kind of difficult. But with tandems, it's just going to be just a pull in, drop off kind of situation. Yeah, so it looks like today is not the day where my drivers is going to be raking in the cash for us. So maybe overnight, maybe next day, who knows. Alright, so 100 miles to go. So I'm going to try to avoid getting in the far left lane. Because our exit can't be too far out. Actually, I'm going to sneak over because traffic is rather sparse through here. Move on over and just get ready for it. Well, this is the lane for an exit only. Trying to see if it's our exit or not, and it is not our exit. Come on, black car, let's go. Every time you think you're prepping yourself up just right, you get right back in the lane you were in. I guess as long as we don't get to an accident, we're good. I'm trying to see what we're doing here. I think we're going this way. Only 55 through here. Am I back in California? Alright, 48 miles. I think we just turned off the I-10. And now we're headed south. Iglesias? Nogales. Nogales. At least that's the way I would pronounce it. Probably butchering and carving and sauteing that name every which way possible. So when I get there, we are going to UPS. Going to Ups. Oh, we're actually on I-19? Oh, okay, Interstate 19. And must be going uphill. Had a good climb because it's definitely bogging us down a little bit. We are technically here being 9 miles out. Gonna start keeping my eye open for, I hope a rest area is here. Hope it's not one of those towns that doesn't have one. Think I see one. Might be further ahead on 19. It's twice I've stalled it. Didn't think this was that heavy of a load, but alright, so somewhere in here... Oh, I see the UPS logo. And let's try to get lined up as soon as we can. Hopefully we get it. Not far enough forward. Oh, there we go. Park and brake, engine, and decouple. If only we could get on decouple like you can in Alaskan road trucker. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so leveling up at this point doesn't really mean a whole lot. Well, you know what they should do is when you hit like certain... like level 50, it says you're a legend. It should unlock like special, like maybe paint schemes or something like that. I do realize there are mods out there that allow a whole lot of experience, but like doing one delivery or something. But that'd be kind of cool if you could do it the right way. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, it'll be something. We're just gonna hit continue, and let's look at the map here. I did see, like I said, a rest area. Well, there's one right here, and I guess this is where we're going, just on down the road. That's not the original one, is it? Oh, that may have been the one I saw when I was coming down here. I saw it. So is this a little loop-de-loop as we got here just before we go into Mexico? So let's go ahead and get over there. Top off with some fuel. That's my horn. That's my park and brake button in SnowRunner. But we're not in SnowRunner. So, looks like there's a good amount of companies down here that we might be able to get some freight for. So we'll have some decent choices, I think, when we leave next time. And where are we going? No idea. Not a clue. Well, we made a little bit of money today for the company. I mean, yeah, we still got that $6,000 a day loan payment. So we just barely started with just over 100,000 and whoop, almost made it up to 110. Fuel, I see it now. It says do not enter. So I'll try to approach from the right side. Because I always go in from the wrong side. And I'll let the sound effects go all the way through before I start up the car, like we're getting in, putting the gas cap on, all that stuff. Gas cap being screwed on. Door being open, shut. Seatbelt going on. Alright, so $3.88 for diesel in Arizona, which is... sounds good to me. That's exactly what we pay where I am currently. Alright, out back, and we're just bobtailing it, so I guess it doesn't really matter where I park. It's always good to back into your parking spot, because you never know if you gotta hurry up and leave for some unknown reason, so it's better to have your truck pointed in the direction you might want to flee to. Alright, so we are in a place to rest. I think my Western Star is happy that we're done for the day. What the heck is that? Stop it. There we go. So I just want to do a quick check on driver manager, just to make sure that, you know, because we got our cistern tanker out there, and that used to cause problems, but Paul has been hauling it around. There's Harry P. bringing in 91 cents a mile. I don't get it. Everyone else is bringing in like $2-3 a mile. Paul F is going to bring it in a lot. He's bringing in $6.83 a mile with that cistern tanker. Harry P, I just don't know. I'm not sure I understand what he's doing. And it's not like he's a low-rated driver. He's a 5.8. So, I mean, we can compare him to... Jacob was a 5.8. He's bringing $3.15 a mile. Even our new driver, who's only a 0.8 rating, is bringing in $1.75. I wonder if this is like an internal joke with SCS with this guy. Maybe maybe it's like, yeah, Harry P, we're just gonna make sure that he earns the least. Well, I mean, this driver right here, maybe Alamosa. Is Alamosa the problem? Because you're only bringing in 88 cents a mile. Who else is in Alamosa? Okay, you're in Alamosa, but you're bringing in 361 a mile. But your rating's kind of high. And you're bringing in 466 a mile, but you're a 7.5. It could be something to do... Maybe it's this right here, the fourth level of hazardous material. It could be that they're hauling that and getting a whole bunch of money. Maybe the rest of the cargo out of Alamosa or wherever they're going. Let's see, you're going to Charlotte. Roanoke. Charlotte. Houston. Atlanta. Key West. Yeah, so all these drivers up here from Alamosa, these three, they're bringing in over 360 a mile. And they got 4 unlocked in the hazardous material. And these two down here are not quite there yet. So maybe once they get this one unlocked, they'll start bringing in more money. Because they're kind of even. Maybe I shouldn't blame it all on Harry P. Don't know. We'll just let it slide. Let him do his thing. But anyways, yeah. So we are. I'll show you on the map. The full map, so you can kind of really see where we are. We'll scroll on out, but here we are. Can't go much further south than what we. Well, I mean, you could if you got the Mexico map as a mod. But where we go from there, I don't know. We'll just see what tomorrow brings. Yeah, I don't want to do long deliveries. I'd like doing long deliveries. The problem with long deliveries is if the game updates and they take your cargo, then you drove like 2 days and then they take your cargo and you don't get nothing for it, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. But meanwhile, here we are. Cindy. Me and Cindy are going to go for a walk, I suppose. See what's around town and maybe stop at a mom and pop restaurant and have some dinner. But either way, if you made it this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. And by the way, while you're down there, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button as well. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with realistic economy. But until then, have a good one.